بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Today I'm glad to introduce my presentation about exploring Islamic education for women in the modern era, from indoctrination to digitalization. So, for the introduction, actually, in the contemporary era, the utilization of technology plays a pivotal role in the dissemination of Islamic knowledge, serving as a means to rejuvenate and replicate information. And this concept of reproducing knowledge in the science of Dawah refers to the process of generating contemporary information rooted in scientific principles without serving ties with traditional thought, religious beliefs, and cultural legacy, and in the realm of inviting individuals to embrace the worship of God. So the concept referred to here is a contemporary mindset as understood by individuals from Western societies and those who align with modernist perspectives. However, the focus lies on the generation of novel religious insights that cater to the specific Islamic social and cultural, educational, and religious requirements of individuals. So, this approach aims to assist each person in making appropriate choices that align with their personal circumstances. So this study investigates the significance and challenges and developments of Islamic education for women in the modern period. This research looks into the changing viewpoints on women's education within Islamic principles, as well as the efforts made to promote women's education within Islamic principles, as well as the efforts made to promote women's access to education in modern Muslim societies. Therefore, I take a case study for the research, the case study of one of the new institutions in Egypt, which is called علم and عمل institutions, معهد العلم والعمل. So for research questions, I focus on two research questions. Firstly, to what extent or to what degree do online platforms and technologies influence the caliber and inclusiveness of Islamic education for women in contemporary times? And secondly, how do women's perspectives and voices contribute to shaping the future of Islamic education, and what role does digitalization play in amplifying their influence? So for literature review, actually Islamic education reform across the Muslim world inhibits a shared characteristic, namely the loss of its former magnificence and splendor, and these reforms are currently grappling with the challenges posed by globally competitive environment, while also occupying a preferential position within robust formal education system. So, as Lewin stated, that the idea of indoctrination, which is defined as persuading someone else to believe something, seems impractical, which is one of its main issues. Like, Islam has always placed a high value on knowledge transfer, but the institutions that facilitate this transmission have evolved over time, have been evolved over time, as Hafner said. So there is numerous or Many publications on Islamic education and Islamic schooling provide valuable insights into the teachings of Islam, but their approach often lacks systematic depths and conceptual depths, and this hindering a comprehensive understanding of Islamic education and Islamic teaching. So there is a little empirical study on how internet platforms help women access varied and progressive Islamic education. So this research or this exciting research will be focusing on this existing research will be focusing on traditional methods and their uh, indoctrination potential, overlooking new media. So therefore, this study examine how digitalization empowers women in Islamic education. And this topic has gotten little attention in the literature in general. So for methodology, the study used the case study method to investigate the emergence of Islamic institutions in Egypt and Middle East, and it specifically examined institutions such the Institution of Ilm and Amal, along with various online Islamic courses that uh, have gained considerable popularity among Muslim youth, so particularly females. So the primary phase of data collecting encompassed conducting interviews with female students affiliated with overmentioned uh, institution, and subsequent research endeavors will be dedicated to further augmenting the existing dataset. So the process of data analysis involves the utilization of both qualitative and quantitative analysis and comparative analysis techniques. So for findings, the research indicates that the process of digitalization has had a substantial impact on expanding the availability of Islamic education for women. This has resulted in the removal of long-standing obstacles and has facilitated greater participation of women in religious studies or Islamic studies. So one of the interviewees said that she learned that a lot of the acts that we perform in worship are heresy or bid'ah. So yet the Islamic curriculum in Ilm and Amal Institute have taught her how to identify this heresy, along with the methods for studying hadith. Additionally, how to worship in the proper way. In fact, she said that I was able to comprehend a lot of theology or aqidah that I had previously been unable to understand because of my Islamic or her previous Islamic education. So overall, due to the incorporation of modern methods and digital tools, the positive impact of contemporary Islamic education on women provides them with a more sophisticated view of their faith. Finally, as conclusions, in summary, reforming Islamic education for women is both essential and a chance to empower a new wave of female scholars and instructors. So we can guarantee that Islamic education continues to be a lighthouse of knowledge, alignment, and empowerment for women in the contemporary era by embracing the changing dynamics of education in the Islamic education in the digital age. So this study has shown that there are a lot of unanswered questions and areas that might be explored further subsequent research or to explore the complex obstacle that Islamic education for women faces and look for creative fixes that make use of digital technologies. And furthermore, there is much to be learned about the changing institutions and various institutions that support knowledge transfer, especially in Islamic way, in the context of women's education in the Muslim world. That's all for now. Thank you for listening.